couple of years ago, I saw an actor's agent interviewed on television. And the agent said that they could see an actor's face and hear the voice, and within 10 seconds know if they want to represent that actor. Okay, my 10 seconds are up. But I hope you'll stick around for a few minutes and let me try to persuade you to represent me. I know you're busy, and you probably receive hundreds of these videos, so I'll try to make it as brief as possible. What I like to do is show you some scenes, and then if you're still with me, I'll tell you who I am and something about my background. Please keep in mind that these are one-take scenes, and the videographer, the director, the lighting person, everything is me. And I'm not trying to win the Academy Award here. I'm just trying to show you some different looks and sounds. And don't think that I'm one of those guys who got up last Thursday morning and decided he wants to be a movie star. That's not it at all. I'm a character actor, which is what I was 40 years ago when I won a scholarship to and graduated with honors from the Pasadena Playhouse. But 40 years ago, they weren't looking for young character actors. They were looking for handsome, leading men like Tab Hunter and Troy Donahue and Rock Hudson. And I ain't that type now, and I wasn't then. And during those 40 years, God, has it been 40 years? Anyway, during those 40 years, I never really had a chance to pursue an acting career. Now I do. I was on my last job for 22 years, and I recently quit. I'm on Social Security, which doesn't give you much, and I'm ready to go to work. 40 years ago, I was an ugly young actor who really wasn't too interested in waiting 8 or 9 years like Dustin Hoffman to get a break. Now, I'm an ugly old actor who can still act, even better. And there are many parts out there for ugly old actors. Here I am. And I'm hungry. Let's go to work. Let's make some money. I'm ready. What do you mean suicide? The woman was a nun. The car was in 10 feet of water. The rear window was kicked in from the outside. Her body was in the back seat. Now you get your tail over there and get more information, or your history. I've been a member of that church for 20 years. I knew the lady. She did not commit suicide. No, Bubba, you're not listening to me. This is the most important thing that ever happened to us. I had to drag him up on the porch and squeeze him through the front door. It's the biggest son of a bitch I ever seen in my life. And when I got him inside and turned on the light and looked at him, I thought I was going to die right there on the spot. What a thing. He ain't no human. It ain't no animal either. Why, I think that thing's from another planet. He's got a tail on him, that big around, and it's purple, and green ears, bigger than my hands, and his tongue flopped out, about 1.5 feet long, yellow, and I don't mean cat shit yellow, I mean bright golden yellow, like they paint them little tiny sports cars. And the whole time I was dragging him in here, I kept hearing something like a electric guitar. Well, I thought he had one of them little bitty radios in his pocket. No, it wasn't no radio. It was him. Now, I throwed his ass in the shed over there and locked him up. That's where he is now. Now, you listen to me. You know them stories we heard about people seeing flying saucers and all that bullshit?
Ain't none of them got no proof. Nothing. Well, right over there in the shed, boy, we got the biggest, ugliest hunk of proof you ever seen in your life. And let me tell you something right now, boy. Me and you is gonna be rich. I mean, filthy, stinking rich. You know that saloon next to Gillies? The one that went belly up after that movie come out with the mechanical bulls and all that stuff? Hell, that's years ago. We're gonna buy that place, Bubba. Now, I'm gonna split it with you 50-50 right down the middle. I ain't no hog. I'm gonna get a crew in there 24 hours a day. In 2 weeks, gonna be brand new. And right up on the wall, up over the cocktail bar, we're gonna have a big glass cage. And guess who's gonna be in there? We're gonna call him the Outer Space Cowboy. They're gonna come from all over the world to see him. Oh, we're gonna be famous. Hell, we're gonna go down in history, brother. Now, you better take off that suede jacket. He's got some slimy crap on him. He'll run it. Now, what we gotta do is get him in the barn so we can put him in the pen and tie him up and feed him right. Now, what I want you to do is come over here and stay. Oh, listen, hear him? I hear him. Yeah, he's in the shed. Okay, he's coming to life now. Okay. Now, when I unlock the shed door, I'm going to flip it open. And the first thing he's going to see is you. And it's almost a sure thing. He's going to run right at you. And I'm going to slip up behind him real quick and give him a karate chop. Yeah! Like I seen him do on TV. Just enough to stun him so we can drag his ass over to the barn. Now, the main thing is, when you see him, don't panic. Just stand there and look right at him so you get his full attention. Okay? All right? Okay, you ready? Hey, where you going, Bubba? Come here, Bubba, come back. I can't do this by myself. You gotta help me, man. This thing's too big.
Yeah. Oh, I swear to God, Diana, I tried to reach you at least 10 times earlier. Must be something wrong with your phone. Oh, hang on. There's another call coming in. Hello. Cindy, baby. What a great time we had Wednesday night. I love you, sweetie. Hey, listen, you know, my kid brother's on the other line from Atlanta. Going over some stock options with him. And later on, my youngest son's coming over. We're going out to dinner. And by the way, my answering machine's on the blink. So why don't I call you tomorrow, okay? All right, baby. I love you. Bye. Oh, I'm sorry, Diana. Anyway, you better get your phone checked. I go crazy when I can't reach you. I miss you, baby. And that's my kid brother from Atlanta on the other line. I got to go over some stock options with him. And my youngest son and I are going out for dinner in a few minutes. And guess what? My damn answering machine got screwed up. Why don't you call me on your break tomorrow? Is that okay? I love you too, Diana. Bye. Hello. Carla, baby. I knew it was you. Oh, I could tell by the way the phone rang. I miss you too, baby. We had fun Tuesday, didn't we? Yeah, we got to do that again. Ooh. Well, hang on a second. There's another call. Hello? Patty, you're a bad, bad girl. But I still love you, baby. Hey, listen, my brother from Atlanta's on the other line. I'm trying to explain some stock options to him. And my youngest son and I are going out to dinner later. Can I call you tomorrow afternoon? That's great. Think about me now. And be good. I loved you too, baby. Bye-bye. I'm sorry, Carla. That was my kid brother from Atlanta. I'm going to have to call him back. I got to explain some very difficult, complicated stock options to him. Oh, that's my son at the door. We're going out to dinner. Listen, can we be together Friday? Make a night of it? All right, baby. I love you too. Bye. Let's see. Deanna, Cindy, Carla, Patty. The door's unlocked. Come on in. Lock it behind you. Hey, Margot. I miss you, baby. Come to Daddy. Yeah.
Su nombre, señor.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I don't speak Spanish.
What is your name, sir?
Eric Williams.
Do you spell that with a C or a K?
It's Eric, E-R-I-C.
On the night Senor Lopez was murdered, which was approximately 2 o'clock in the morning, where were you, sir?
I was there in the apartment.
Please tell us, Senor, exactly why you were there in the apartment with Senora Lopez.
I was trying to find work. I saw an ad in the San Diego paper about a singer. It specifically said you didn't have to sing in Spanish. English was okay. I'm a singer. I accompany myself on the piano. Tony Bennett style songs, love ballads. Anyway, Lily, Mrs. Lopez, she was very nice to me. She told me she liked my work a lot. She auditioned me in one of the back rooms, away from the patrons, and we talked about money, and she wanted to know my agent's name. And then she said she didn't have to hang around to close the club, and wanted to know if maybe I'd like to go to her place and have a couple of drinks. Well, I didn't see a wedding ring on her finger, and I figured it might help me get the job if I was friendly. She's a beautiful woman. She drove the BMW. I left my car at the border, took a taxi to the club, and we got to her place and went upstairs. We were together, I don't remember exactly how long, 2 or 3 hours. This man opens the bedroom door, comes in screaming in Spanish. And I don't know where she got it, but quick as a cat, she has this gun, and she shoots him 5 times very quickly. It was horrible. I'll remember that as long as I live. And Judge, Your Honor, I did not have anything to do with this. I was simply at the wrong place at the wrong time. Well, what I'm trying to tell you, Jose, is how important this little thing is. And it only takes a few seconds, but it's kind of a pivotal place in the movie.
See, the character your daddy wants to make sure you understand what's going on. He don't know what's eating away at your guts and that you're fixing to do something about it. I mean right now. And what you got to do is let that inner stuff start creeping up inside of you so it begins to show on your face, and especially in the eyes. And the cinematographer's got to capture all this on the film. And I want to do it in the first take. I don't want to be shooting this damn thing over and over. To me, that's just damn silly. Now, what I'm concerned about here, Jose, is the blinking. You know what I mean? That's it. All it takes is one blink, and it just kills the scene. I mean, destroys it. Then you got to do the whole thing over again, and I hate that. Watch some of them old movies with Betty Davis, Olivia de Havilland, and what's her name, Vivian Leigh. Hell, they didn't blink. When they knew that camera had a close-up on them, and their face was all over the screen, there was no blinking, nothing. Now, there's a man up in the United States. You probably don't know him, Jose. He wanted to be president a few years ago. Name's Ross Perot. That son of a gun could look at the dadgum lens of a camera, well, just like I'm looking at that lens over there, even though the camera's not on. And he could look at that thing for 30 minutes and not blink one time. Well, I never seen anything like it. I used to sit there with my stopwatch and time him, and my eyes would start burning because I was trying to keep up with him. I couldn't do it. Well, he's a billionaire. He don't care nothing about being an actor. But I just want to tell you how some people can do that. And I want you to do it. I want you to really concentrate on it. Now, just before the scene, before you get your cue, you can blink your ass off. I mean, you know, blink, 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 blink. I don't give a damn how many times you do it. Get it out of your system. But when you get your cue and you start spewing your lines, that's it. No more blinking, okay? Well, you've probably been told about Antonio, that nice man who's playing your daddy in this movie. He went out and got himself killed in a plane crash last night here in Mexico City at the airport. He can't be here to do this scene with you because he's dead. We got another actor already signed up, but he can't be here today either. It's Flippy Mendoza. You know him. He's good. He's been in a lot of Mexican movies. Hell, he's probably better than Antonio. Anyway, we're going to do this little 15-second take without any one of them today. Now, what I want you to do, Jose, is move in closer to the camera so I can show you exactly where your daddy's head's going to be. A little bit more. Come on now. That's it. That's it. Right there. Right there. Now, naturally, we're going to swing the camera around looking at the set when we start shooting. But right now, I want you to get the feel of the thing. Of course, once we get over there, you're going to be right here where I am, and your daddy's head's going to be where you are. We can get a member of the crew to sit over there in that spot, or we can just stick the head of a mop over there. But you got to look at that mop just like it's your daddy's head. And when you get your scene cue, you're actually at your desk writing a letter with your head down. But the camera's right on you. And your daddy opens the door and says his lines. And you hear your line cue. And there's about a 2-second pause. And you slowly raise your head. And you look him right in the eyes. Sí, papá. Entiendo perfectamente bien. Sin embargo, hay un asunto muy importante y tengo que hacerlo inmediatamente. Good. How'd I do? Did I kind of give you a little bit of an idea on how I want you to do it. Okay? Atta boy. All right.
Baby, I want to get something straight. When I brought you to this town 2 years ago, I told you exactly what the objectives were, how much money would be invested, and we discussed all the ramifications. Now, you completely flip-flopped on me without any explanation. If you don't come clean and tell me what the hell's going on, you may never see me again. Good evening. I'm Eric Mukow with the ASS News. Tonight's top story is about the top man. He has been convicted and will leave office at midnight. According to ASS sources, he will then depart this city by Piper Cub for the Fiji Islands with his devoted friend, Buddy. We'll have a full report in just a few moments. But first, I'd like to share some equally important news with you. I've seen, and I know you have also, at least 500,000 commercials. Every product you can possibly think of. Coffee, beer, cigarettes, headache pills, you name it. This is a breakfast cereal commercial. And the name is one you may not be familiar with. The name is Poo Poo. Now, I didn't pick the name, but they picked me to do the ad because I'm very famous. And they think if I tell you I like Poo Poo, you'll probably try Poo Poo. I've been eating Poo Poo for several weeks now, and admittedly I get it free. But if I didn't like Poo Poo, I wouldn't eat Poo Poo. And I certainly would not do an ad for Poo Poo. I want you to know that I don't like Poo Poo. I love it. It's delicious and nutritious. 5 great flavors. Next trip to the market, go to the cereal department and look for Poo Poo. And if you can't find it, ask a clerk or the manager or even another customer, where is the Poo Poo? And tell them Eric sent you.
Hey, Eric. I saw your poo-poo ad on TV last night. Oh, God. Hey, listen, I got to tell you, man, it was phony. It stunk. You may be great in the news, sitting there, but I'm sorry your ad stunk. It was phony. You had on your coat and tie and your hair done perfectly, probably used hairspray. And then you're sitting there, looking into the monitor. You weren't even saying it from the heart. You were reading it. I saw your eyeballs going back and forth. Let your hair down, man. Be real. This stuff, poo-poo, is for real people. Truck drivers and people who work for a living. Not everybody is, a doctor and a lawyer and a banker and all that stuff and watching the news on TV. Most people are interested in music, in sports, in life, man. That's what it's all about. Now, look, people tell me, I'm 90 years old. But people tell me I look like I'm 80. One lady told me, you look like you're 75. Can you believe that? Look at it, look at it. Look at those muscles, man. Look at those pecs. Look at it, look at that bicep. Look at the tricep. Man, I'm telling you. And my wife tells me I look good. I eat poo-poo. I feel good because I eat poo-poo. And listen, Viagra, forget it, man. All you need is poo-poo, and you're ready. You seen that ad with the guy on the airplane? He's throwing guys a soft drink, and they're bailing out, jumping out in a parachute. Hey, man, I don't need a parachute. Give me poo-poo. I jump. I hit the ground. I bounce off. This stuff makes a Superman out of you. It's great. Give me that stuff. Hey, I love it. This is my 4th box today. I love it. I could eat it. I could eat it all day long. Eat it all day. Give me an airplane. I don't need a parachute. Come on, let's go.
María, no llores, por favor. Escúcheme. Mírame a los ojos. Ojos bellísimos. I feel terrible. And I don't deserve to feel terrible. Now don't talk, just listen. I'm trying to do what's right. There are no words in either Spanish or English that express my love for you. But I am too old for you. Your father is younger than I. Hell, I could almost be your grandfather. It's true. Before you know it, my teeth are going to fall out. I'll be bald-headed. I'll have to get a hearing device. Eh? What's that? Did you say you love me? It's not right. I want you to be happy. I want you to have a beautiful family. You deserve it. And you can never have that with me, baby. Never. My dear son, I'm going to give you the greatest birthday gift that a son could ever receive. The front door. Or the back door. You know, it doesn't make any difference. You can't take it with you, though. You got to go through it. Out into that beautiful, wonderful world in which we live. It's all yours. And you can sleep all day, smoke pot all night, listen to your crappy rap music, if you want to call it that. Kick it with your homeboys and homegirls. Shave your head every other day, making sure that that little ponytail thing in the back is perfect. You can do all that bullshit that got you thrown into jail in the first place. And you know, I thought when you were in there, I thought you'd think a little bit and maybe come out a better man. But no such luck. You're still the same old. You know something? When you leave, I don't give a damn if I ever see you again. Ever. But maybe one day, after I'm dead and gone, while you're sitting drunk on a curb somewhere, puffing on a weed or joint, whatever the hell you call it, maybe you'll remember the Little League Baseball and the YMCA basketball, the karate lessons, tennis lessons, swimming lessons, trips to the beach, the thousands of hours I spent trying to be the all-American father, encouraging his son to be a good, solid citizen. Yeah, maybe then, when you're inhaling on your joint,
maybe you'll appreciate me. I rather doubt it.
Okay, very quickly, as I promised earlier. My name is Frederick Reginald. I'm 6'1½". I weigh 180 pounds, same thing I weighed as a senior in high school. I was born November 5th, 1930. That makes me 68 years old. 4 years in the Navy, 50 to 54. 3 years at Duke University. I accelerated, got a degree in economics. 2 years at the Pasadena Playhouse. Degree in acting. Won a scholarship there, graduated with honors. Thought I was on my way. No such luck. I made the rounds in Hollywood, saw a few agents. They were not interested in Frederick Reginald. So I thought, hey, why don't I try to have a little more control over my own destiny? So I utilized my degree in economics from Duke University. You notice I say Duke, not Duke. They teach you that. I used my economics degree and went into what is unquestionably the most thrilling industry imaginable. Banking. Doesn't the word just excite you? No, not at all. Money, money, money. Boring, boring, boring. 14 years went by. No thanks. Went into the hotel industry, the hospitality industry. People, people, fun. Even the jackasses are interesting to watch and listen to. 22 years went by. Here I am. Okay, basically, that's it. If you're interested in maybe some of the details that happened along the way, fine, stay tuned. I'll give those to you, and I'll try to hold your interest. Otherwise, that's it. If you happen to call me and tell me, Fred, you're a talented guy and all that, but we've got 3 or 4 guys look like you and sound like you, and we're sorry, we just can't use you. But we love your little dog, Rocky. You know how I'm going to respond to that, don't you? I'll bring him right over. I'm serious. Now, anyway, if you stay tuned, I'll explain to you that, I'm a natural-born actor. I'll give you a little evidence of that. And, all I can say is that I want to go to work. I'm hungry. I have 2 teenage kids who eat a lot. And I know how to do it. I know how to hit my marks. I know how to use the eyes and, talk to another actor. Or, as I mentioned earlier, look at a head of a mop and, hey, Charlie, how are you? Come here, buddy. I haven't seen you in a long time. I can do all that stuff. I know how to use Banaka, psst, psst, so that my breath doesn't smell like Clark Gable. Hello, baby. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Anyway, I can do all that stuff too. But if you're interested, fine, come with me. If you're not, bye-bye, and it's been fun. Thanks for being with me, okay? So long.